Hi there, it's Dean Odell with Seven Gables Real Estate and the Odell Group. Today is September 8th and it's time for another Tustin Talks. Well, you know what? This market is it's great because it's not the same old news every week. Okay, so let's dive into these charts and let's talk about what's happening. Now, normally we would have your Tustin data, but the Tustin data gets released tomorrow because of the holiday and we want to make sure this video got out on time. So we will have the Tustin data in the next one. For now, we're going to look at Orange County and how things have been changing. So let's go to the charts. Okay, so starting with active listing inventory, we can see that current inventory is at 3,726 homes. You can see the sharp decline on the orange line. That's 304 homes, or 8% less than just a few weeks ago. That is the biggest drop since November of last year. So you got to ask yourself why. For a while there, we were going up, if you recall, about a month or two ago, and we didn't know where this line was going to go. We were telling you guys, hey, if this continues, we could be in a buyer's market by October, November. But unfortunately, things have changed, and we got to ask ourselves why. Why are we dropping in inventory sooner than we normally do if you look at the other years, and more sharply? Well, let's talk about, number one, how many houses have come to market this year. We are 4,473 less homes that came to market just in Orange County this year. So there's been a lot less listings to choose from. That's one reason. Number two, the sellers on the market right now, they're giving up. This August, we had 812 homes go off the market versus 360 last year. So that's another 450 that have given up on trying to sell their home. Now, why are they giving up? Is it because the market's so bad? I don't think so. It's just that they're not priced right. So let's go to the third reason, and we've talked about this before. 72% of Orange County homeowners have a mortgage rate that's below 4%. These guys are in love with their mortgages. I think we all are as homeowners, right? The new buyers are coming in at higher rates, and people are saying, if I got to sell for less, maybe I just stay here and go with my 4% or less mortgage. I mean, it's a good rate, right? So anyway, if we look, where is inventory going between now and the rest of the year? You could almost bet it's going to go down. It always goes down from this time of the year to the end of the year. So we're going to even probably have less inventory the next time we talk on Tustin Talks. You can take a look at all the years there and see how this is the time that we start going down in inventory. Okay, so here's a special chart we have for this week. This is a sitting on the market chart, okay? This is another reason that people are thinking the housing market is not doing well. If you look, we've got 60% of the homes that have sat on the market for more than 30 days. If you look at how many have been more than 60, it's 31%. And you can see how that breaks down by price range. Now, you can look at the marketing time and see how it's gone up this year when you compare it with our expected marketing chart. Coming up soon here. Looking at the next chart. Okay, now we're talking demand. Where is demand? Well, demand is only down 1% in the last 2 weeks. We have 1,830 homes that have gone into escrow in the last 30 days. Now that's down from last year's 2,682 homes, and that is quite a bit of drop in numbers. We're down 33%, or 851 homes. Now, what's contributing to that? Well, rates have been going up, right? We don't have the rates we had last year when everybody was depleting the existing inventory that was sitting on the market. Now we've got higher rates. As a matter of fact, just since the last Tustin Talks, they've gone up almost 0.5%. So for a lot of buyers, that's going to hurt their purchasing power by about 5%. So the sellers, you need to keep this in mind, what these buyers are going through. Okay, is demand going to go to zero? Of course not. There's always people that have to move for a reason. I mean, I hate to say it, right? I mean, we got death, we got divorces, we got people transferring in for jobs. So there's always going to be demand, you guys. And the fact is the demand now is definitely muted and a lot lower. You can see the effect interest rates has had. What we haven't seen is the effect on prices that I know most buyers have been waiting for, because the inventory is also depleted. So if we look at that supply versus demand figure right now, 3,726 homes on the market, 1,831 that have gone into escrow in the last 30 days. That's roughly 2 homes per buyer. It's not a whole lot. You got 2 homes, you got to pick one, right? But to really know what's going on, you have to look at that expected marketing time, and that is our next chart. So with supply plunging compared to the slight demand drop, the marketing time has moved in the seller's favor. So even though demand has gone down, supply has gone down so much more that our marketing time has actually dropped from 65 days to 61. As you can see, anything between 60 and 90 days is a slight seller's market. But to really, really know and understand how this affects your home, you gotta not only look by your price range, but you have to look specifically for your area, which is what we do when we come out to talk to you, obviously. But we're gonna keep this on Orange County right now. So we're down to 61 days. Let's go to the next chart and look how that affects each price range. So looking at this next chart, refer to the price range for your home. What price range is your home in? And now see how that fits back into that legend from previous charts where we talk about how much time it takes and what kind of market that means. If you look at this chart right now, it's crazy. We have 4 different markets going on. You got 0 to 1.25 million is a hot seller's market. You have 1.25 to 2 million, it's a slight seller's market. You look at 2 million to 4 million, it's a balanced market. You look at 4 million to 8 million, it's a deep buyer's market. So no wonder everybody's confused out there what kind of market we're in. You have to understand your price range. You have to understand your local market, and we can certainly help you with that. Now it's time for my advice. Let's go ahead and talk about what's going on in the market. Okay, so the title of this video was How's the Market? Well, you can see it's price range specific. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on, but overall, the market is normalizing. And what does that mean? Well, that means you're not going to see 10 offers on every house. That means houses aren't going to sell in 1 week. That means that sellers aren't going to be able to dictate, hey, I want to live in this property for another 30 to 60 days rent free. Hey, I'm not going to give you a termite report. I'm not going to pay for repairs. I'm not going to do these things. All this stuff is going to become much more negotiable. It's going to be a much more balanced offer and negotiation process, which we're already seeing in the marketplace on the deals that we work on. So it is not like it was sellers. So it's not a bad market. It's just becoming more normalized. So what do you got to do? Well, pricing is critical right now. If you overprice the house, you're just going to sit on the market. And we're seeing that, and I quoted that in the beginning of this video with what was going on with active listing inventory. A lot of property just sitting on the market. The buyers all want the same properties. They want the ones that are looking good, that are priced right. I mean, who wouldn't, right? Well, now we're getting into a market where the buyers are going to be able to get that. So sellers, you got to start cooperating. Are prices going backwards? I wouldn't say prices are going backwards. Is the froth of the market gone? Yes. Were there some crazy outlier sales where buyers jumped and paid way too much money for houses? Yes. Are those the true comps? No. Those were a couple of things, okay? So we haven't seen a drastic correction in prices, but the reality is, I think the prices can continue to soften if rates stay up at this rate. And buyers, remember, you guys are getting a little bit more negotiation power now, but don't get too cocky, okay? So the market, it's hard to say where it's going to go long term. You would think prices were going to go down. I know that. That's how it feels to all of us who have been watching them go up so long, and you can't have interest rates keep going forever. We'll see what happens here. But in the meantime, don't ever forget, people hold their houses 20 years on average in Orange County. So if you see something you like, go ahead and jump on it. If you can afford to wait and rent for another year or 2 years, that's up to you. But sometimes that's not real practical and not real realistic, okay? So hope to see you on the next Tustin Talks. If we can help you out, we know what's going on in this market. We have the experience to know what's going on in this market. There's a lot of people working this market that have never even seen a normal market. They've never seen a market that's turned. It's kind of embarrassing to say this is our third and fourth one between me and my partner. So we know what's going on, and so do our agents, because we're talking about it every day. So give us a call. We'll help you out. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.